Now this, the White House holding its first meeting of the President's National Council for the American Worker. The goal there is to address the skills gap. I want to bring in Kevin Hassett, White House Council of Economic Advisors Chairman. Kevin, all right, 6.9 million job openings, maybe 6.4 million workers. We hear from small businesses, large businesses. We've got the jobs, but we can't get the training. What role will the White House, what role will the government play in closing that gap?
Right. So this is one of the things, we had our first meeting, as you mentioned yesterday, in the Roosevelt Room, and the president was there. And this disconnect between how many job openings we have and how many available workers we have, we view at the White House as a tremendous opportunity to reconnect people to society. Because it's not just the 6-point-something million people who are unemployed that we're targeting, but also the people who got discouraged in the economy over the last few years and gave up looking for work and have a chance to come back. And so what we're doing is we're really ramping up our efforts to give people the training they need to get a job, and also to encourage them, just to use bully pulpit like right here, to encourage people to get back in there and try, because there's so many job openings that if you're sitting at home and you've been discouraged and you stopped applying for jobs because they kept rejecting you, you need to go out and apply now. And if you do, then what you're going to find is that the programs that we're already starting to put in place are going to help motivate employers to give you the training you need to take the job.
Tell us about these programs, because one of the miracles of this economy is that there are people who thought they would never work again, whether it was nonviolent felons or people who just sort of at the bottom of the skills rung, and they are coming back into the labor force. So what are these programs? Just share them.
Yeah, there's a couple things, but one thing is that we found as we studied this that there's this problem that there's kind of a free rider problem in training, and so you and I might have firms, and then I'll train the guys and go to the cost to do that, and then you'll steal them from me. And so one of the things that we've done is we've just spread the message to employers, hey, now is a good time for everybody to invest in training. And as you saw, that we had this long list that we talked about yesterday, that we've got employers all around the country, large and small, who have agreed to train millions and millions of American workers. And what that does is it fixes this sort of free rider problem. But the second thing, which I think is in the end going to be more important, is that we found that there are these job training programs that the government runs that are scattered across a zillion agencies, and they're not accountable. They don't have to show that they help people get jobs, and people haven't really evaluated them carefully and said these work, those don't. And what we're doing is, with a real sense of urgency, is we're putting together a council, a second council that reports to us, that's going to evaluate all those training programs, tell us which ones work, and if none of them work, then we're going to find other things to do with them.
I can tell you a lot of them don't. When I was growing up in Harlem, we had those kind of programs, and it was just sort of, a way to create a few jobs in the neighborhood for the people who worked in them. But there was never accountability, to your point. Never any skills were really taught. There was never any real job placement. So I thought they were all really phony and disingenuous. So I'm glad to hear you on that. Let's talk about this.
Can I add one other thing about this, too? Because I left out one of the most important things that Chris Liddell, who's one of the deputy chief of staff, has been coordinating. And that's to help get the information out there. So suppose that you see that there's a mining job available, and you're thinking, oh, I always wanted to work, at a mine. Well, then, how do you go from that thought to actually getting the job? And, the government has the data to help you make those decisions, to decide, hey, if you go get this training, you can get that job. But they don't have it available in an easy place on the internet. And so the other thing we're doing is we have this big information initiative, which is going to take all the information the government has and help people make choices that reconnect them to the labor force, because they'll see what works and what doesn't.
Kevin, I hope you guys focus on high schools. I've sat in rooms with kids who were graduating the next day, and they had zero idea what they were going to do. Zero. So please focus on the high schools where these kids can't afford to go to college. I do want to ask you about this booming economy, though. Listen, the Atlanta Fed's been back and forth, but we ended the week surging again. I think 4.4 is their number. Can we get back-to-back 4% growth?
I think we can. I would guess right now that the odds are probably about 50-50 that happens. I tend to, in the White House, play down expectations here, because folks get really excited at the blips at the Atlanta Fed. And you have to remember that early in the quarter, before we have lots of data, there's a big margin of error for them. And so
I know, but we're getting toward the end of the quarter. Come on now, Kevin, give me something. We're getting toward the end of the quarter.
My number is still 3.5. I haven't budged off that in a few weeks, and I'm really hoping for better than that. And I think you're right that the economy is incredibly really strong, and that it's certainly we've come to that we're expecting that we might get successive 4% quarters. That's how strong the economy is. But I'm also cautious. It's my job. I get paid to worry.
Yeah, I know, and you've also been cautious when it comes to discussing trade in China, right?
Sure.
But let me see what I can get out of you.
China, you get everything out of me.
Okay.
It's all out there.
China is retaliating, as they said, to what there's going to be $60 billion. I do think the number is going to be 25%, which is interesting because this next round for us is only 10% on these goods. Mm-hmm. China can only go so far because obviously they export a whole lot more to us than we do to them. So as this thing ratchets higher, where does it go? And if, Wall Street says you guys are making a gargantuan mistake. The historians say you're making gargantuan mistakes. Almost everyone is against the White House and using tariffs as a tool.
Right. Well, I just disagree with almost everyone. There are a lot of people who have seen the great trade deal we made with Mexico, the progress we made with Europe, the fact that we're still moving forward with the Canadians. It's suggesting, and we've got the Koreans and so on, that the president has been renegotiating and improving deals. But the biggest challenge, of course, is China. And, the CEA put out an estimate last fall that China's stealing through intellectual property theft and forced transfer between 1% and 3% of our GDP every year because they're not adhering to the WTO rules. And so China basically has to show up, and hopefully they will soon, and come to us with an offer that basically just says we're going to join the community of nations, we're going to behave like an adult country. But they haven't been doing that. And if they don't do that, as you mentioned, we've got all the ammo. China's out of ammo, and we've been actually, I think, measured considering what they've been doing to us.
Kevin, I also hope that you guys are looking into some of these human rights abuses in the supply chain, because there's still a lot of that exists, and it doesn't reflect American values. And if you're going to win this thing, I think that could be a good component to go after as well.
Well, the good news is that we've got a really top team of people that'll be working on negotiating with China if it comes to that. But in the meantime, we're putting a lot of pressure on China. And don't forget that these things interact. And so under the old NAFTA deal, if we put tariffs on China to try to stop their misbehavior, then they could just funnel the stuff through Mexico.
Right.
But now that we have a Mexican deal that has really, really good transshipment rules, so it's basically no longer the case that it's a release valve for China to go through Mexico, then that ratchets up the pressure on them. And the reason we're ratcheting up the pressure on them is not that we don't like them. President Trump has said that he and President Xi, but also he likes President Xi.
He's been very complimentary, and we know it's all about doing the right thing,
It's
Kevin.
all about getting a good deal. That's right. And I think we're moving towards it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Always.
Thank you.